Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to discuss the state of the Sorcery TCG. I'm sorry for laughing, but I tried a couple of intros here and nothing worked. So we're gonna just go with the flow and talk about the Sorcery TCG. There is a lot of chatter when it comes to the Sorcery TCG. Positive, negative, unfortunately, mainly positive. I'm going to give you my opinion on a few things. And if you're interested to hear that, then please stay around. And in general, I have to admit that it has been a bit quiet when it comes to the Sorcery TCG on my channel. But I've been busy with different things. I'm doing an advent calendar, a Magic the Gathering advent calendar. And that is taking up a lot of time because it's daily videos. And I did a lot of sorcery content before that, so I think you shouldn't complain. I did a lot of content at Essen. I did interviews until recently because I interviewed Severin Pinot in Essen. I interviewed Teru Tucker in Essen, Vincent Pompetti, and I had to cut that and edit that, and that was released. And I did a box opening in Essen. I was the first one to actually officially buy an Arthurian Legends box. There is a live up on the channel which proves that, and I'm actually opening the box on the booth with Eric. In the meanwhile, I've been starting a new binder, new collection for Arthurian Legends. I opened my second box. I haven't opened more, unfortunately, because I simply couldn't, but I'm definitely planning to. My beta set is complete. I have graded a few cards. I made a lot of videos about that. But in the last 2-3 weeks, I think it only has been Magic the Gathering. So for the Sorcery fans, I'm definitely not done with Sorcery. I've got a few questions, what I think about the current state of Sorcery and about a couple of things that have been going on. And I'm going to update you about it. Let me first say... It's gonna be a horrible video. Let me first say it's gonna be a horrible video. Let me first say sorcery is totally fine, in my humble opinion. Let's address the box prices first. We're gonna address the box prices. We're gonna address overprinting, or the suspicion of overprinting. We're gonna address communication, and then we're gonna talk about the binders and these kind of things to finish off the video. So box prices, Arthurian, I assure you, it's not gonna be okay today. It's definitely not gonna be okay. Arthurian Legends. Rudy's Arthurian Legends is the best. Arthurian Legends. Arthurian Legends box prices, of course, have been holding more or less steady. Then they dropped a bit, I think, to around $100 a box from 125, 130. In Europe, over here, the prices are still 125, 130 bucks. They never dropped. TCG player probably is a lot cheaper. People have been selling their beta boxes as well when they heard there would be another reprint of beta. But yeah, Arthurian Legends prices first. I don't see a big problem with the Arthurian Legends prices. Probably the print run has been a bit bigger, but overall, it's not that they're gonna be dumped or whatever, like in big amounts. It is what it is. I personally see them staying at a steady price and having a constant sell through at that price. And of course, if the supply is never ending, we'll see. But that's something I definitely, of course, can predict. At the moment, I think the prices are holding up fine. Nothing to worry about. And Arthurian Legends is a great set with a lot of cards to discover, with a lot of cool curios in there. The gilded foils, it's yeah, just a fun set to play. I played drafts and I really enjoyed it. So I think in general, that's what the set is there for, right? If you can get a box for 100 or 110 bucks, get it, because yeah, it's definitely fun to play. I wouldn't worry about the box prices at all until they drop like way beyond, way below, not way beyond, way beyond. That's probably gonna happen if the amount is dwindling away, but way below like 100 bucks. Like if they want at one point sell it for 80, then I would start getting concerned. But like I said, it depends on the region as well. It's the same with beta. Beta reprint has never arrived over here in Europe, and now I think that was our second point. Jesus, I think that was our second point talking about the beta, the reprint. I have not really seen any beta reprint over here in Europe. I talked to some retailers and they said, yeah, we had it, but it was like a few cases. I was like, okay. And do you have any still? No, they don't. So, yeah, no chance to get any summer beta. I would have loved to open a box because I only opened the original beta. I haven't seen any boxes below 180 bucks recently, despite everybody like trying to sell, because there is apparently another reprint of beta coming, which Simon announced in a podcast, I guess. Yeah, if they can get it to the right region, I again wouldn't worry at all. If it's 5 pellets, I again wouldn't worry at all. It's like a drop of water on a, I don't know, a hot summer's day, and it's just gone. And that has been the case with the beta so far. So I wouldn't really worry about the beta reprint in general. I think we can actually, if I'm super careful when it comes to collectability. I'm a collector mainly, then I'm a player, and I really like to play Sorcery. I think it's a great game. But for me, the initial appeal was the art and the collectability. And if they would destroy that, yes, sorry, there's a lot of shit going around outside. I hope the microphone, which you don't see because I got the virtual background here, is picking up me only from the front and not everything from outside. But the collectability is a big issue for me, and I don't see that threatened at the moment, to be honest. So I don't see what the big fuss is. It's like, I'm out. They're gonna reprint it into oblivion. No, they don't. They've been around for a couple of years now. They've been very careful with their sets. Alpha is super scarce still. Prices have dropped a little bit, but yeah, the boxes are still going for around $1,000 a box. Maybe not for 1,200 anymore. Like a case for 7,000, I think, was the price, and now it's like a case for 5,000 to 6,000. Yeah, you're still looking a lot of profits if you bought the case on Kickstarter. So who cares? And the beta, like I said, I haven't seen any reprint over here in Europe. Of course, there has been a few boxes here and there, but nothing to order for the general public. I've been to Bucharest, and I've been to the biggest LGS there, and I've seen in Eastern Europe, in Poland, and so on, in a couple of big LGSs. Sorcery was available. So I asked, do you have the Sorcery TCG? And they said, yeah, we have it listed, but it's sold out, and we don't know when we're going to get any anymore. So they had it, but it's sold out, and that's the case for most stores. Germany, the Netherlands. Of course, Arthurian Legends is still available here and there, but beta, I think not really on the open market. So what... Maybe they shouldn't call it beta. Maybe they should call it unlimited. That might be a good idea. And just make a different print run. Because me personally, I'm more annoyed about, not about the reprint, but about the fact that there is a summer beta, a normal beta. Will the third reprint, if it's coming, will it be another version? Will they use another printer? Will they adjust the print files like they did between normal beta, first wave beta, and summer beta? At a certain point, I'm more concerned about counterfeiting, because you can't distinguish the cards anymore. I think everything should be the same. Unless you have a different print run, you should definitely clarify that it's a different print run. Like, for example, unlimited. Put an unlimited symbol on there. You can keep it black bordered. Don't make it like Magic the Gathering with the white borders. You can if you want to, but in general, leave out the foils. I don't know, whatever. But make it clear that it's a different print run. So not very worried about the beta. So Arthurian Legends prices, reprints. What was the third one, folks? What was the third one? Short-term memory when you're recording a video is horrible. We talked a little bit about collectibility, and I think it's pretty much okay. The binders, I think, was my fourth point, but and last point. But yeah, um, that's always great, right? If you're right into a video, a couple of minutes here. Where's the time? Oh, 10 minutes, and probably with a couple of takes, it's about more about 8 minutes because I screwed up for 2 minutes. Let's talk about the binders then. Maybe I can think of what I wanted to say. Um, yes, they didn't do a good job with the quality, agreed, but like always, and I've seen that a couple of times now, Eric's Curiosa is fixing things. So they are refunding the money. They are producing new binders. And if you haven't heard, the binder quality was not nice. You really couldn't get the cards into it. It was pockets were too small, something like that. They're fixing it. And they've done that on multiple occasions. I ordered from the DOS store. I ordered the color out of space dust reward, and it never arrived. And I paid like $25 shipping or something, or $30 shipping. And because of that, I paid import, because you have to pay import in Europe and VAT over the complete price of the product plus shipping, which means like the product price was zero as it was a promo, but the shipping price was $30. So you had to pay like $6 to $10 import and VAT and handling fees, this kind of shit. So in total, it cost me like $40. Never arrived. Mailed them. No problem at goal. Or at goal. No problem at the goal. The goal was to have no problem. No problem at all. We're gonna send you a new one. They sent me a new one. Never arrived. They sent me a third one, I think, which never arrived after I told them. And the problem is, I paid import for all of those. So in total, I paid like $20 import. I didn't have to pay the shipping again because they covered it as the product didn't arrive. And then they send it in like a packet with a different supplier. So constant mail contact, and in the end, that packet with a different supplier actually arrived. So that means there was a guy probably at the post office or at the delivery service who knew where this package was coming from when it was Eric's Curiosa, marked as with Eric's Curiosa or with like dust reward or whatever, and he just took the cards because they never showed up. We started an investigation with the post office, so we actually could hopefully get the money refunded. I haven't heard any, like the import costs, but I haven't heard anything about that, and I'm like, fuck it, because finally I got the card. And yeah, a couple of bucks import cost every time is not like a really big hassle. Long story short, they fixed it. They're gonna fix the binders. They're gonna fix shortage of beta. And now, if they do another reprint, everybody's like on the walls, like on the barricades. Is that an expression in English as well? This is not good. And before that, like, hey, everybody was like, we need more beta, and now it's like, no more beta. I think it's overall it's okay to say Sorcery is doing fine. Sell through is good. The game experience is good. Don't. It depends what you want with the game. I mean, I want collectibility, I want artwork, and I want playability, and that's cool. So there has to be a good balance. If you are like buying the boxes in hope they will go up in value, you have been pretty lucky so far, because all of it went up in value except for Arthurian Legends, which more or less seems to have a reasonable supply on a nice balanced level and therefore stays at a certain amount of value. It's not like free tendies all the time, right? But it doesn't seem to be like heavily overprinted at this moment to me neither. And if you want that, yeah, that's not what you're gonna get. Then we have to make a Kickstarter for every single expansion and keep it to like a 30,000 boxes, like with Alpha, or 29,000 boxes. And yeah, those prices will go up then. I think even if they would mark the beta reprints as wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, I don't know, whatever, like unlimited, then they can't call it beta anymore, of course. Then even like I personally, I want to open one summer beta box, but for the rest, for my foils, I'm looking for the first wave of beta personally. So I would probably pay more for a first wave beta box than for a summer beta box personally. I know a couple of people are actually approaching it the other way around. Long discussion, folks. Still can't remember the fourth point, but it probably touched upon it somewhere in the discussion. Let me know what you think about the state of sorcery. For me, there's a lot of stuff coming for sorcery. I'm looking forward to pick up my most recent grading adventure. I dropped a couple of things, couple of cards, like about 10 cards at PCG in Essen, amongst a couple of full uniques, which I really love. I got some other activities we will announce soon. The more attentive listener knows what I'm talking about, but I need some other persons to do that together with. I am looking forward to buy more Arthurian Legends boxes to go on with my set completion of Arthurian Legends and with my collection. And in general, I'm looking forward to everything that's happening, especially the art. I love doing the interviews with the artists. Got a lot of them up on the channel. I think I currently interviewed like 4 or 5 or even 6 sorcery artists, if you include like Drew Tucker, Vincent Pompetti, Severin Pinot, Anson Maddox, Jeff A. Mangus. So yeah, that's 5 already. I am super excited for the Dragon set. It looks fantastic. I'm not into prints that much. I'm more into originals or artist proofs, but I actually had a look at the website and was doubting if I should order some prints. There's a lot of awesome stuff coming. Sorcery is doing well. And I'm not like, oh, sorcery, everything. If of course things are not going perfectly, but when they don't, they fix it. At least up to now, they did. And the general approach is, oh yeah, the fourth point was communication. They fix it without telling you they're fixing it. That is actually a thing that is not well done, and I think they are just too busy. So it's not even that they don't want to talk to us, and they're trying their best to do, because they have been at a lot of events. They have been talking to people. They have been doing the podcasts. They are doing interviews online with content creators. They were in Essen. They talked to us. They were very open about everything. Super friendly. Everybody in the sorcery team is awesome, honestly. And I've experienced TCG releases or brands or games over the last 30 years as a customer, as a distributor, as even as like a loose part of Wizards of the Coast, because we did the organized play, these kind of things. And the communication from the sorcery team might not be the best, but I see they are trying, and others weren't even trying. So I can't blame them for that. But personally, hey, I'm honest as well. I would love some more communication. And yeah, in that case, yeah, maybe I should approach them. Maybe I should approach Simon and ask, hey, Simon, maybe we can talk about these things. Are you allowed to talk about it? If he says no, yeah, then it's no. If he says yes, like he did before, and he can maybe share some light on the reasons of talking about a third beta reprint, then awesome. We all will be wiser after he told us their motivation for that. So communication could be a bit better, but in the end, I think they are doing their best. Yes, that's I think that summarizes it well. So these were the four points I wanted to address. Where are we? 20 minutes, probably 2 minutes of blah blah blah. A lot of 20 minutes of blah 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 is awesome. Hey, if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. We're in the mirror realm here. Ooh, That's fancy. And we can talk about whatever the fuck we want. And I wanted to talk about sorcery a bit today. There will be more sorcery up on the channel. Check out the sorcery playlist. There are a lot of cool sorcery videos. One thing I really would like to tackle is counterfeiting again. I think I'm one of the few ones who actually made a couple of videos about. I'm gonna link to a video in which I identified a couple of things about sorcery cards. I'm one of the few ones who did that, but still, there's no official word about that, and that I would, as a collector, very much appreciate. Like, hey, a couple of things we. And I heard a couple of things from the PCG guys, because of course they know what to look for, and they look for it with microscopes and so on, like really high powered microscopes. Made a video about that as well, about the grading process and about the ways of authentication. There's a lot of cool stuff up on the channel. Can you imagine? Yeah, and then hopefully I'm gonna do a couple of sorcery videos with the guys from Cardboard Guide soon, with the not the guys, with the guy from Collector Art House, with Mike. We talked about doing another video. I see a lot of sorcery content creators pop up, which is interesting to see, and they are lifting on the negativity sometimes, which I tried to not do. And that's why I didn't do any videos about short-term videos about the binders are shit, the reprint is coming, the communication is bad. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do a normal, laid-back video. I'm done with negativity, and sometimes I can rant, you know that, if I really had enough. But for sorcery, that's definitely not the case. I only had good experiences with sorcery so far. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will address that as well. If there is too much beta around, if there is too much Arthurian Legends around, too many boxes, then we will see. But at the moment, it doesn't seem so. Gonna keep it to that, folks. Rambling for 20 minutes about a couple of points is definitely enough for today. I want to upload this as well before like a certain time frame, and then I hope you stay healthy. I hope you stay frosty. I talk to you next time. Thanks a lot for listening. If you are not subscribed yet, consider to subscribe, because I'm working towards 2,000 subs. If I don't reach it, I'm very okay with that as well, because the people who are here are very much appreciated. I never imagined to even get close to the 2K. I was thrilled when I got close to 10, and then I was thrilled when I got close to 100, and so on. And now it's almost 2K, and it's going more slowly than the average channel, because these kind of videos are not for everybody. But if you are still here, leave me a comment with the code word Yoda in it, like, hey, Yoda would really have enjoyed this video. Then I know you watched the video until the end. Yoda is our code word on this channel. And I got even a little Yoda emoji for the YouTube channel members, which of course is necessary when you leave a Yoda comment. Folks, again, stay healthy, stay frosty. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks a lot for listening. Bye-bye.